Barak Yahweh Brakatha, Yahusha Barak Yahweh Brakatha, Yahusha Bahasham Rakakodash, double honors to the apostles, the elders, salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching in truth and sincerity. Lesson will be entitled, I saw Eve and Esau, Kissing. This video was inspired by a video I came across on TikTok. Also, their TikTok video will be used for fair use purpose only.
This photo started off on Facebook and is now making its rounds. Let me tell you something. They made a statement with this photo. Black women, open up your option. This photo started off on Facebook and is now making its rounds. Let me tell you something. They made a statement with this photo. Black women, open up your option.
And guess what? These same options, right, will get them destroyed. Let's go to Proverbs. That's a lock. Proverbs 11 and 21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. Right? The seed of the righteous going into the elect of Israel. Though hand join in hand. So, for example, we have an example of hand join in hand. And guess what? If these so-called white men, right, are actual Edomites, and Eve is still joined or married to them, when Yahweh Bahasham, Yahushua brings judgment, guess what? She's sinking with the ship, okay? She's sinking with the ship. Let's go to now this account is going into Lazarus and the rich man, right? The rich man, Salakia. Now the rich man was symbolic for the nobility of Edom, beginning with the Rothschilds, trickling down to the other 12 Edomite families, right? And Lazarus is symbolic for the elect, okay? The elect man, beginning with the 144. Now, the point of, let me just go to the same account. However, I will read the version from the NLT. Luke 16 and 24. The rich man shouted, Father Abraham, have some pity, send Lazarus over here to dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue. I am in anguish in these flames. Now, this is symbolic for what? How Esau, Edom, will catch hell in the kingdom of heaven. For example, we are catching hell in Esau's heaven. All right, verse 25. But Abraham said to him, Son, remember that during your lifetime, your rulership, your kingdom, your dominion, you had everything you wanted, and Lazarus had nothing. And that is literal. So now he is here being comforted, and you are in anguish. And besides, there is a great chasm, meaning opening. What is going into a separation, a split, separating us. No one can cross over to you from here, and no one can cross over to us from there. All right, so although hand join in hand, the wicked still will be punished. And if your hand is joined to Esau's hand during the time of judgment, guess what? You're going down with the ship. So yes, so-called black women, open up your options, right? Marry these heathens and watch how you will get judged. For Kissing Esau, okay? Hosea 4 and 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Case in point, so-called black women opening up their options. Because you have rejected knowledge, I will also reject you, that you shall be no priest to me, seeing you have forgotten the law of your power. I will also forget your children. Let's go to Ezekiel 9 and 4. And Yahweh said unto him, this angel, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem. Now remember, we are a people before a place. Let's get Second Maccabee 5 and 19. Nevertheless, the Most High did not choose the people for the place's sake, but the place for the people's sake, and set a mark on the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. Now this mark is going into a spiritual mark, which means what? A mark for exemption from judgment, right? Judgment from Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. Verse 5. And to the others he said, in my hearing, meaning what? Yahweh wants to hear these Israelites beg for mercy because they're being judged for being wicked. Beg for their lives, scream, squeal, cry, right? Go you after him through the city and smite. Let not your eye spare, neither have you pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids, right, and little children and women. And also, who can be affiliated with this potential prophecy regarding women, so-called black women that have opened up their options by marrying Esau, right? But come not near any man on whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary, you false prophets. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. All right. Let's go to Micah 7 and 10. Then she that is my enemy shall see it. So you can see that what? These so-called black women are not right, right? Starting with the black woman, trickling down to the rest of the women of the nation of Israel that are classified as the non-elect. Okay, back into the scripture. And shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is Yahweh your power? Now, based on this scripture, you're going to have wives of the prophets, current wives, as well as ex-wives, not making it because of their lack of belief. Where is Yahweh your power? My eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. So yes, right? Current and ex-wives of the prophets will be judged. Point blank, period. Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and verse 13. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent? In this case, these so-called black women opening up their options to marry Esau. And Esau is identified as the serpent or any such as come near wild beast, right? These men are wild beasts if they are actual Edomites, okay, as well as the current mindset of our women, because they're not following the doctrine of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and by default, that makes them wild, animalistic from a spiritual standpoint, right? And case in point, was not Eve, right, bitten by a serpent, which was a man, right, who later became an Edomite through the process of reincarnation? Let's go to Genesis 3 and 15. And let's start at 16. It's Lot. Unto the woman Eve, he said, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, through a prophet, I will greatly multiply your sorrow and your conception. And sorrow you shall bring forth children. And your desire shall be to your husband, and he shall rule over you. This is an example, right, of judgment because Eve got bitten by that serpent. So yes, black women, continue to open up your options. And going back to Proverbs 11 and 21, though hand join in hand, such as Eve, Kissing, Esau, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. Lord, will you are edified. Shalom.